Hey, welcome back to Matt's Guitar. This lesson I'm going to teach you tonight is kind of like a follow-up lesson on sweet chords in E that I posted a few days ago. This is basically just kind of moving it a little bit more into a functional style. You know, I know we learned this last time, but I want to teach us something a little different this time. I want to teach us that these chords aren't just tricks. They're actually just chords that you can use in anything. And those chords actually correspond to if you were playing an actual song in the key of E. And my first chord I'm going to start off with is in first chord. Well, I'm going to just give you an example and then I'll explain the chords later. And we're in that same kind of drone tone type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? These two strings, these open strings ringing that we did in the last lesson. But I'm going to show you the functionality of it. Like there's a song that's just been used a lot over the last month or so since this movie came out. And you can use it in playing this. And I just want to show you the functionality of these chords. So basically, when I'm playing this, this is the same thing as just playing an A major chord. And this chord is just an A major chord, but it has the last two strings open. So I'm just going to make the shape of an A major barred chord. And like I said, I have huge hands. I make chords the way I do because I can and I can't. So sometimes I can take a finger and bar down two whole strings just with the tip of my finger. So a lot of times I will try to show you exactly how to make the chord if you were making it, but a lot of times I'll just revert back to how I do it. But this is just for teaching. So this is an A chord. This is a B chord. You got that? A chord, B chord. So if we were in the key of E, right? So those two chords. So like I said, there's a song that's been overused probably for the last month, and it's the Michael Jackson song Human Nature. I don't know the words to the song. I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan, but because I'm a musician, I learn music instead of words because I'm not a singer. But you see how we get that feel with these drones? We have that. So in this progression, we can bounce around from this A to B. And also we have this A flat minor. And we learned this chord in the last lesson, which is just for skip a string 4/4 open open. And this is our A flat minor version of the chord in this key. And we can play a C minor 7 here. But in these chords in E, because this is just basically regular, this is basically just a regular C minor 7 chord that you would use. But in these chords, I would make my C minor 7 all the way up here, which would be a 9, 9, 9, open, open, kind of following that same thing we were doing before. So just functionality. See how that kind of sounds like something? It sounds like an actual song. It sounds like something that you could use in a song. So we can move this around. We can play different things. So we're just moving that around. And like these chords I've introduced 3 new chords, but these 2 chords we learned in our last lessons, which is 2 on the E string, then 2 on the D, G, 2 on the G, and then open, open, 4, skip a string, 4, 4, 4, open, open. This is the new one, A chord with 2 open strings at the end, B chord with 2 open strings at the end, and then this C minor chord, which is 9, 9 with 2 open strings at the end. So you're like, well, that song really kind of isn't like a typical song that you play. And I'd say, well, I get it. It's different. See, I can. And all of that is just following down the scale, just with open strings. So, okay, well, it's starting to sound like something that's starting to come together. It's starting to feel like, you can actually do something with this other than. So, okay, well, we get it. So what's another example of a song that we can use in man? And like I said, the chords are just the same chords that's in every other song and every other key. It's just the fact that when we use open keys like C and G and D and E and A, we can actually benefit from those open strings actually giving us a chance to have that drone tone, or giving us a chance to do things that we couldn't do if we were actually playing in keys like F and A flat and B flat, E flat, F sharp. So we benefit from those open keys. So what else could I use that song in? Those chords in, okay, I'm just moving around. So say for instance, we took a song like, I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak, I lose all control, and something takes over me in a daze. This is so amazing. That's my C minor chord. Your love, da, 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 da. My side to swallow my pride. Same C minor shape. Your love is so sweet that it knocks me right off of my feet. I can't explain how your love, it makes me weak. So I'm not just making chords up that wouldn't fit with any other song. These chords in the key of E, because we have the benefit of the open strings, can actually work in other songs, and I just exhibited to you. I lose all control and something takes over me. In a daze, this is so amazing. It's not a phrase that I want you to stay with me. So we see that those actually do work in other keys. So that's just a little brief lesson I'm just giving you guys as like a follow-up to sweet chords in E. And can't explain how you love. I'm going to give you a couple of bonus chords before I get out of here. Can't explain how you love. I'm not much of a singer, but I'm just trying to give you an example. Can't explain how your love, it makes me weak. This is that same chord. It's that A minor 9. It's a A5 500. We got this B minorish chord, which is B, which is 9 9 9 0 0. Then we're going to go to the C shape, which is a C chord with the 2 open strings as we would play it at the A fret. And then we can go to this D chord, which is a D, almost like a power chord, like we're rocking now. D with 2 open E, an open E and open B at the end. And we'll finish on this E. So can't explain how your love, it makes me weak. And that is the entire lesson. Thank you guys. I just want to give you a just shout out for hanging out with me and rocking with me. Please, if you found this helpful, or if you found this to be anything that you would like, please like and subscribe to Matt's Guitars. I appreciate you guys. Thanks again. God bless you.